All right, all
What's
right.
going on, everybody?
And we missing a few, but the show's gonna go on. So we're gonna get started with our first question. Our first question tonight is best musical generation, and what artists from that generation could you listen to all the time? Let's start with Miss Mysterious.
Dang. I'm still thinking about the question. Musical generation. So do you mean like era? Like the
Yeah,
90s or the 2000s?
yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's tough. Um, I guess I would say the 90s.
Mm,
Like 90s R&B was
I'm
like
uh,
really good.
I'm with that. What
And the
artist?
artist, I would say Aaliyah.
Mm, no argument from me. Did he?
Era for me, probably in between the mid '70s to um early '80s. Yeah, I'm showing my age again. I would probably say the artist, um, Gladys Knight or either Luther Vandross, R&B love music, something that told the story but was relaxing and laid back.
Okay. Miss O'Diddy? I'll leave the questions up for you guys to debate, and if you want, type it in the chat. Which musical generation is best, and the artists that you can listen to from that generation. Miss O'Diddy?
For me, it would have to be the late 80s, early 90s, and that would be Anita Baker.
Need a Baker night. Zay? You know,
I'm a
I know you was born yesterday, so you know.
God. I'm gonna go with the early 2000s Alicia Keys.
Okay, okay. Oh, I like that. I like it. I thought you was gonna say something a little earlier than that.
No.
Um, Miss Swag?
I'm gonna say 80s, and I'm just gonna go with Prince.
Can't defeat that. That's cool. I can rock out with. But all of that. Alicia Keys, Aaliyah, of course. I rock out with Luther Vandross once in a while. Um, Next question. What is one thing that you would bring from the past to the present, and one thing from the future that you would bring to the present? Meaning the future, meaning things that you've seen on TV that's a possibility to be made, or things that, you know, flying cars or whatever the case may be, something that you would want now from the future. So, what is one thing you would bring from the past to the present, and one thing from the future that you would bring to the present? Zay, let's hear from you.
You can't start with me. I gotta think.
You need some time? All right, Miss Swag, what you got?
That's, I mean, that's kind of like, ugh.
Q's, what's going on? How you doing, bro? Thanks for joining.
I definitely would. I would need like more time for the future. Um,
Okay.
Past.
Yeah, what you would bring back from the past to present?
I'm gonna have to say my mother at this point. The future, I don't know. I couldn't really answer that one. I'm sorry.
No problem,
I
no
can't
problem.
answer that one. Um,
Listen,
yeah, I can't answer the future
I can
one. I'm
get on
sorry.
I can get on with bringing the mother back. I can definitely get on that. Hughes, you would bring the time machine from the future if it was actually available. If that was a possibility, Cube said he would bring the time machine from the future. What you would bring back from the past?
We can't hear you, Mav.
Oh, my bad. Cube said he would bring the time machine from the future to present day. What you would bring from the past, Cubes, to present day? Mysterious. You got an answer for us?
It's a tough question because really with the past, like things become better as time progresses. So I guess I would have to follow Miss Swag's lead, and I guess from the past I would bring back my dad,
Mm.
and from the future.
I like questions
So
like
like
these.
from the future, like when you say from the future, do you mean like I'm just like making up something that I would just make happen now?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Like if you've seen like a TV show or a futuristic show that we don't have now, something that you seen like, oh man, I wish we had that now. Like Cube said, Time Machine, like something like that.
I guess just the ability to like just kind of like travel like in an instant. Like I'm sitting here right now and I can just teleport myself like to wherever I want to
Instantaneous
go. I don't
teleportation.
know.
That would be useful because we wouldn't have to buy plane tickets no more. We just have to buy, I guess, some type of transmutation ticket. I don't know what to call it, but that's good. I like that too. Did he?
For me, I would have to say what I would bring from the past, probably my good health. When I was younger, I was healthier, more athletic, you know, the vibrance of a young age, pretty much. If I had to bring something from the future, with me probably would be lottery numbers.
I like it.
You know?
I like
So
it.
yeah.
Miss O'Diddy, what you got for me?
I have to go along with my girls. Something from the past would be my mother. And to bring something from the future into the present will be a cloning device.
Making doubles. I like it.
What?
A cloning device.
Be more you?
Yes.
Zay, we back to you.
Oh,
Mute the
boy.
mic.
Okay.
We back to you, Zay. What you got for me?
From the past, I really don't know, honestly. I guess what the girl said, like I would bring my dad back. And for the future, I don't know. Like it's a hard question. I'm just go what Mysterious said with the teleportation thing.
Isn't cloning illegal? Not that I know of, Cubes. I think they experiment with cloning with goats and sheeps and stuff like that. So I don't think. I mean, if it gets too crazy, where it's mad fugitives running around, possibly, there's a possibility that could happen. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question. All right, next question. What is the most embarrassing or most disappointing job you ever had? Zay, let's start with you.
Can we move to the next person?
Diddy, what you got?
Yes, sir. The most embarrassing job I ever had.
Or disappointing, or you can answer both of them.
Probably was I don't know. I guess I would have to say either a floor buffer or bricklayer assistant. Those two jobs right there was not for me. I hated it. I hated everything about it. You know, one of them jobs where you go in, you know what time you was clocking in, but you never knew when you was coming home.
I know about that.
Yeah, I hated that.
That's more on the disappointing. That's more a disappointing job.
Yeah.
You never had an embarrassing job?
Nah, because probably the most embarrassing job I had, I was a kid. I was still in high school, and I was literally flipping burgers at a Hardee's restaurant. So outside of that, but I was a kid then. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that one.
Yeah. So.
Miss Diddy.
Probably the most embarrassing job I had was working drive-through at Wendy's in DC.
Can you elaborate how it was embarrassing, if you don't mind me asking?
Well,
Oh, okay, that's where you met Diddy at? Okay, I understand.
Oh, good one. I wasn't even in DC.
Well, I mean, I'm used to more office.
You was older.
What? Plus, this was older. This wasn't when I was younger.
I'll keep
This
putting the
was when
question
I
up
was
there for
older.
you guys so you know
I
what the
had just
question
moved
is.
to DC, and it was right down the street from like Howard. It was off of a main road, but it was just embarrassing for me. It's not something that I would have wanted a job doing, but new to the city, you kind of got to get what you can get when you can get it, so you can have money.
Have you had a disappointing job as well, or that classifies in the same category?
Oh, that would be the same category.
Okay. Mysterious? What you working with?
My answer's kind of a tie, but I used to do inventory. Like I was in between jobs. I was young, and I used to take inventory for like stores. So like, you walk around with a scanner, you're scanning all of their inventory or whatever. I
I
think
used
that
to do
was
that. I used to do that.
and I would say that was the most embarrassing job that I had.
Did you ever have a disappointing job, or it's the same thing?
Disappointing? No.
Okay. Miss Swag? Swaggy Swag, what you got?
Like 15, I think. 15, 16. I wanted a job so bad. My sister and my cousin worked at a hotel doing housekeeping.
Okay.
And so I ended up with one of those jobs, and it was very hard. People are nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Really nasty. So that was the most, I don't know, I'm gonna say it's not really embarrassing I'm gonna say embarrassing. Because disappointing was my very first job ever.
Oh, let's talk about that.
So
too.
I'm gonna say embarrassing, because I'm in your house, you're knocking on the door, housekeeping.
So let's talk about the disappointing one.
I've never did anything outside of an office job. I've never had retail or anything like that. So I don't really have a disappointing, I guess.
Okay. All right. Zay, we back to you, young lady. What you got?
My most embarrassing / disappointing job, I guess both, would be a cart assistant at Kroger, pushing the carts in and out.
Oh, man.
It was disappointing because like sometimes I'd have to do it in like when on really hot days or when it's raining or cold outside.
Right. So Cube said he hasn't had many jobs, but he said most disappointing job he had when he worked with his family in the summer, because family can rip you off sometimes. Yeah, I know about that, Cubes. Definitely. All right. Next question. All right, here we go. Rate these R&B groups from 1 to 4. We got another one. Storm said most embarrassing. I worked at Brothels as
brothel.
A brothel.
What?
As a receptionist. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Embarrassing job that would be.
Depending.
Yes, depending.
Okay.
I wonder what state was that in.
Huh? Say that again, Mysterious?
I wonder what state was that in.
What state was that in, Storm? You was only 20?
Working at the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
I remember when I first found out about the Bunny Ranch on HBO.
Me too.
Crazy. HBO After Dark.
He had
that was
show.
that soft porn right there.
I wasn't even supposed to be watching that channel. It was in the
Soft
US.
porn.
Okay. It wasn't in the US. Okay. Next question. Rate these R&B groups from 1 to 4. Jagged Edge, 112. Drew Hill, Boyz II Men. Let's go with the couples. Diddy?
Okay, 1 through 4. 1 for me would be Boyz II Men.
Okay.
2 would be Drew Hill. 3 would be Jagged Edge, and the last for me would be 112.
My
To
man.
me, 112 could not sing. So
My man, let's go.
that's how I would rate it.
Turn me up.
Yes, sir.
Turn me up. That's 1 through 4 right there. That's how my 1 through 4 would go to.
Yep.
Miss Swag.
Exact same.
Exact same? I'm with
Yeah.
2 for 2. Miss O Diddy. You wanna make it 3 for 3?
It's gonna be 3 for 3.
Let's that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Now let's go with the younger class citizens over here. Miss Mysterious.
Mine would be 112.
No, I
Drew
see. I
Hill.
knew it. I knew it.
No. 112 Drew Hill, Boyz II Men, and then Jagged Edge.
Can you flip 112 just for me? You put
No,
Jagged Edge
yeah.
last?
Yeah.
How? Hold on,
I
Zay.
mean,
we gotta spend some
they
time. We gotta
They
spend some
only
time.
had
with-
like a couple of songs that I ever heard, like the Let's Get Married song. And I think that might be the only one.
Let's Get Married. Promise. What am I missing?
Mhm.
Walked Out of Heaven. What am I missing?
I remember that. I mean, I wasn't really a fan. I wasn't a fan of
But still, 112 is first
Of
over Boyz II
course.
Men and
Like,
Drew Hill.
lyrically, 112. I mean, they were solid. Like lyrically, they made
There was
beautiful
a bunch
songs.
of there was a bunch of talk. Other than Slim, had probably the only voice.
What? No, Slim was the whiny voice dude. That's
Yeah,
Slim?
the
Probably
Slim
had
one.
probably had the only voice on the group.
You call that a voice?
I said probably had the only voice on the group. Only on that group. Not
Okay.
compared to Drew Hill and Boyz II Men, let alone Jagged Edge. That's why I think 112 should be at the
And they were
complete
with Bad
bottom.
Boy. I mean, at that time, like Bad Boy was popping. So I mean, they had
Yeah, that was the last thing in Bad Boys. You know, you had Faith Evans and all
Yeah.
them. Like 112
But-
was last on the list.
but-
Total was involved in
But
112,
Mysterious.
and they couldn't sing either. But, they
But
hit
Mysterious, we talking about a group that bought you 5 steps.
yeah, Drew Hill was good, but they didn't
Over
didn't last that
112?
long.
You put
Oh,
112 over them?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Drew Hill did last a little bit. It was Cisco
A
that
little.
just took off a little bit, hot more. But Boyz II Men, come on.
Boyz II Men.
I don't mean to get on. I don't
I
mean to get on it, but just
I
112
only know
just.
a few songs from Boyz II Men. Like I couldn't, I couldn't sit and listen to like a Boyz II Men
All right.
album.
Well, nobody's opinion is wrong. I just wanted to get into it because 112. Oh,
Yeah, 112.
they probably got what, 2 hits, if that. 2?
No,
If they
have way
do,
more
they
than
wasn't by
two.
themselves. They was featuring somebody else.
Give me their hits.
Yeah, they do have a lot of collabs.
Cupid.
Like Cupid.
Cupid. Okay, that's them. I can't
I would
remember
have
the
to
other
Google
one.
it. There's so I mean, it's old music. I had to Google it.
Peaches and Cream.
That's when they kind of changed a little bit the second album.
They started trying to do.
Maybe it was the
they started
third. They
doing
tried to
pop.
be a little more rough, but it didn't really fit them.
I'm
But,
pretty
I
sure there
mean,
was other groups I could have named, but I don't know
You
if
made
everybody.
it 3 albums with 112? Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
the list I wouldn't pick any of. I mean,
Well, if y'all have any
I
other
did
groups
the
that I
best with
didn't
what was
name,
up
like
there.
some aforementioned groups, by all means, let me know. These was just the ones that popped into my head. Zay, I don't want to forget you. If you can rate these groups, 1 to 4.
I'm just gonna pass because the group I know is Boyz II Men.
So they're gonna be number 1.
Yeah.
Somebody said Miss Swaggins in chat asked 8 Ball is 112 trash, and 8 Ball said
Ooh.
sure. So
Hey, how did
Even-
you not put Jodeci in there though?
that's
Yeah,
a
now
two
Jodeci-
that's a 2-man group though. That's a 2-man. That's a
No,
duo.
no. When Jodeci
Jodeci
first
was
came out,
four.
it was
That
4.
came-
I think, yeah.
Not
Oh.
Casey and JoJo. Jodeci.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It was
don't.
four.
I wasn't too familiar. That's why I said if I missed anything, please let me know.
Oh, you good? You good? Yeah, Jodeci definitely would have
Mhm.
been
Yeah,
battling Boys the Men for that top spot with me.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jodeci, yeah.
Jodeci was that. Whew, yes.
'Cause I missed Ideals, but they didn't last too long. It's a bunch of other ones that I wanted to
Yeah, I
mention,
remember
but
Ideas. They had like 2 great hits.
just hits.
Silk.
Yeah, just
I mean,
hits.
you could have
Silk.
thrown Silk in there.
Yes, and Silk voice, their collaboration, that group right there, Silk, their voice was amazing. And what was the short boy-headed dude name? I forgot his name, but he can throw down with some of the
Yeah,
best.
I was a big Silk fan.
He throw down, and wasn't one of them brothers with Keith Sweat, I think, or something like that, or family with Keith Sweat, something like that.
After 7, I know I'm probably going too old now.
No,
so
but that was all right. That was
us. Yeah, that was
me,
us.
you and Swag. Yeah.
Yeah, After 7 was another great group.
Oh, I got an off-topic question. It's not a part of this this list that I have. What's the most sexiest accent? This is an off-topic question. I just thought of it, popped up in my head. What's the most sexiest accent?
It'd be Trinidadian for me.
Okay, a lot of Trinidadians up there in Indiana.
No.
Oh, maybe that's why that's sexy to you. Kind of annoying.
Oh, you know what? You know what though? I take that back. Like
no
like a New
backsies.
Orleans. No, like a New Orleans accent.
Oh, like the southern slang.
Ooh-wee. Mm-hmm.
Storm said Trinidadian as well. So you got somebody that agree with you. I like it. I like it. You got somebody that agree with you. Next, who else? Who else? Most sexiest accent.
It would have to be either Spanish or French for me. Either or.
Miss O'Diddy?
That's a good one. Come back to me. Let me think on that.
I got you. Let's try picking on Zay real quick. What you guys say?
Jamaican.
Jamaican. So we got 2 island accents.
Nice.
Miss Swag?
I'm gonna say French because I've experienced French. So yeah.
Is that on the lines of the Creole accent as well? Like that's what you referring to, or just
mixed with French and Haitian Creole because it's a difference.
Cube said, "Oh, a Jamaican girl." You absolutely right, Cubes. It's okay, Miss Diddy. Did you get one together?
Yeah, I guess it would have to be French or a UK London accent.
Yes. I'm with you on that one. Storm said, "I actually like Haitians too." Nice. I'm with.
Hold
you.
on now. Never mind.
I'm with
just the voice, not the behavior.
Men.
I think in my opinion, the sexiest accent to me is it's British, London, the UK. It's a thing. The things definitely turn on to me. All right, so we're gonna get back on topic, and I think the next one is by Miss Swagnificent. She poses a question, and by all means, Miss Swag, read it off to us.
I read it. Okay. Some years ago, there were songs by the name of "Who Let the Dogs Out" by Baha Men, "You Know I'm a Hoe" by Master P, OPP by Naughty by Nature, "Freak Like Me" by Dina Howard, "Ho" by Ludacris, "X Is Coming" by DMX, "Freaky Tales" by Too Short, "Tila" by Show Nuff, and "Bees Ain't S." I'm not finna say all that. By Dr. Dre. That's just to name a few. So when men start name calling and women respond to the call, should one be offended, or is the stereotypical stage we have set for such communication between the two?
I would like to go first, and my response to that is I'm an outlandish person. Like I say what I say how I feel. And if I'm disrespectful, it's not intended. If I'm meaning to be disrespectful, you will absolutely know. Certain things I will say is come off as a joke. So I wouldn't want to offend nobody when saying any of those things. If I recall a song and I'm referring it to, and I'm talking to a female about it, and I say, "Come here, ho," it's to me, it's not to be offensive. It's a joke, reference to a song, and but knowing that, especially with me, it depends on the person that know me, who would take offense and who wouldn't take offense. So to answer that question, it's that right there is a thin line. It's a thin line to as far as the communication between the two. It's a thin line to walk. So that's just my input on that. Females, chime in, please. Don't have me out there looking crazy.
I believe that one should be offended by it. Like, even for me, like, even to hear women be like, "Oh, bitch," things, I feel like, why degrade yourself like that? I think it's degrading, myself, but
Would you allow yourself to be in the privacy of your home? Would you allow your significant other to say it in the house as a joke? But would you allow him to say it?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. We be fighting. No, I'm just kidding.
You ain't joking.
I'm not.
Ladies. Zay or Miss O'Diddy?
I know there are some ladies that do it and they consider it like a term of endearment, but when you pair it with the song, it is downgrading. And I know my husband has joked around and said it, but I gave him a pass because we was married at the time.
Okay, makes sense. That's the reason why I asked Mysterious. Would you allow that to happen in the household? Zay?
Oh.
Storm, thanks for the follow.
Oh,
much
yeah,
appreciate
okay.
it. Thank you.
You like to start a fight over here, bro, for real. Because I had to look at my wife and like, what? But I do make jokes around the house like, look, don't no hoe love me like my hoe. But I joke with, I really got stumped there for a second. I was about to be mad. I muted the mic and I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, we good at that. We about to cancel the show tonight over here. What? You had me there. I was gone. Oh.
How do you feel about it, Zay?
I think that I wouldn't allow it to happen either because I think it's kind of disrespectful. But I mean, like, kind of what you said, if it's like in a joking manner, but you also understand that, it's not really what you mean, then I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. I guess I gotta watch my mouth around Mysterious.
You would never be tempted to call me a bitch.
I would never. But when I was with my son's mother, I did it in the house as a joke because I just wanted to say it so bad, and she was like, "Yeah, don't do that outside." So,
okay,
that's why I asked in the household. Let's get back to the person that proposed this question. What's your views on this?
Initially, it's because most of these songs here listed we've jammed out to. Some people may not know some of them. Like, I mean, Too Short was something I was listening to because I had older brothers and sisters that I snuck cassette tapes and was listening to it, and I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" And Too Short is very, very explicit.
You're right, Q.
He's really down and dirty.
You're right.
I don't know about now, but most of the other songs we've jammed out to. And we may have grew up listening to them, and it's just what they played at the school dances, this, that, and the other.
Not for nothing, chat.
But,
chime in on these questions. However you feel, we'll talk about it as well.
When men start name calling, in reference to even the
In
songs.
Discord.
And we as women respond to that because we have, even today, we have the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's who are, I couldn't name all these. There's a lot, but I was like, let me take this list down. We initially jam to these songs and we make it okay. Right. So it's kind of like, are you going to be offended? Or are we just like, okay? So we have some people that are okay with it and we have some people that are offended by it.
Right.
But majority of society has made it okay. It's just like with the N-word. That's a whole nother bag. I'm not going to open it.
Yeah.
But I think it's more offensive. I don't agree with someone calling me a hoe or a B or whatever, because I don't classify men as dogs and all that other stuff. So it's yeah.
So my question to you is, like I asked Mysterious, would you allow it with your significant other in the household?
Absolutely not.
Fair. And just to let everybody know, I just got my first warning in chat. Said, Mav, I think you need to watch your mouth around these females. And noted, Cubes. Thank you. I will be watching my mouth.
Can I chime in to the
No. Did you hear these women have spoken? Nah, go ahead.
The way I look at it is, when you're speaking of a marketing standpoint of like a product you're selling, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I think when it steps into the whole culture and the society that we live in, I don't think it's acceptable from any format for any man to call any woman out of her name at any time. Vice versa, like Miss Swag was saying with the N-word, like that was something I had a very, very, very hard time of letting go. And it's the practice. I feel like things like that, if you start up a bad habit, the same way you practice that bad habit and made it a norm, you have to practice the good way of removing it to get that whole concept out. But I don't feel like no woman should accept it on a playful manner, and no man should feel comfortable with saying it, whether you're mad or whatever the case may be. Now, when you're talking about music, marketable assets like that, then fine. It's we all know it's for entertainment purposes, movies, whatever. But when it comes to everyday living, yeah, I get mad when I hear another guy be like, man, this bitch got some nerve. Like, what? Like, what? Nah, but like my wife said, we joke too, but I never in my life called her the B word. I have this little thing around the house where I call myself a pimp. And I'd be like, you got my money, it's Friday. But, like I said, it's playful joking, but the B word would never, ever come out of my mouth to my wife. But, I've called her my hoe a couple of times, and, I know that didn't make it no better. So let's move on to the next question.
No, I understand you, especially when you said about trying to wean words out of your vocabulary. Like, I don't know if people remember when we used to say, yo, God, yo, God, and all that other stuff.
Son.
It took me a while to get that God phrase out of my sentences when I was talking, especially younger. And people always say, it's like, I'm not your God and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And it took a while. So it's all about just trying to weed certain words. And that N-word, listen, that N-word is in vocabularies across the world. And it's not much we can pretty much do about that one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We're individuals. We start with one person, and we change the way we speak, and we make our circle held accountable of what we're doing and what they're doing. Change can come. It'll take a long time, but everything can change. Everything.
We're gonna move on to the next. And Dre the producer is one of the crew members of our show, and he posed a question. I don't really feel comfortable asking the question without him being here. So we're gonna skip this question and save it to when he can join us back. If that's okay with everybody, I'd rather it be a vote, not just my decision. So if that's okay with everybody, then we'll move on.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yay! Miss Swag has another question. Mind reading that question?
Oh my God. I thought I only had one. Okay. Is shame personal? And does it come from how you feel or does it come from what you did?
Hmm. Hmm.
I would say that shame is personal because I was thinking like how sometimes people can say different things to make you feel ashamed, but ultimately no one can make you feel any type of way without you feeling it
Welcome, call me
yourself.
Taj. Welcome.
So I would say that shame is personal. And I believe that it comes from how you feel, not what you do. Because there's a lot of people that do things that are deplorable, but they don't feel shame for it.
Yeah, definitely. It depends
So,
on where shame comes from. That's what Storm said. I can agree. Call me Taj. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Speed Force, and welcome from joining in on debate night. We do this every Thursday. Typically, we try to do it every Thursday. Miss O'Diddy?
I'd have to agree with Mysterious. It's all in how you value yourself or allow that either particular person or situation affect how you feel about yourself. It's all internal.
Zay, how you feel about this? Is shame personal?
I feel like shame is personal, and I think it comes from how you feel and what you did. Because I mean, honestly, you might not feel ashamed when you do something, but after a while, you might regret it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm more. I am in so agreement with that. Diddy, what you got? And by all means, chat, answer these questions, chime in. This is all debate night. Nobody's question is not, right or wrong.
Did
We
I?
just all
Okay,
debating.
I messed up. I said I agree with Mysterious 110%. Shame is personal. I'm sorry. I thought I muted the mic and I unmuted the mic and then reversed it.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I think it is personal because a lot of people suffer from so many disorders, and sometimes people could be just ashamed to just walk out of the house. And that's personal. People could be ashamed to talk on the phone. That's to me, it's just definitely personal, and how you feel and what you did. Going on how you feel, you have some people that don't feel shame at all. So I definitely do think that it's a personal effect. But the person that poses the question, what do you think?
I do think shame is personal. As far as I think that it comes from how you feel as well as what you did. For instance, if you farted in front of people you don't know and they smelled it, that's how you feel and what you did.
What? What?
But you do have those people that not ashamed of that though.
right.
They'll do it and won't even care.
Yeah.
So that's why I do agree that it's personal.
Yeah, it's personal, but if you, for instance, say you were shameful for farting in front of people you don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's what you
and
did.
Because you farted, that's from what you did, and the people knew it. That is kind of both ways. So it's not to say that that's how it is. It's just saying that.
Well, it definitely does depend if you was one of those silent killers or you maybe one of those loud bursts. Because if you was a silent killer, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? You one of them loud person that did it and tried to make it silent. Yeah, you gonna feel some shame there. Oh man, I gotta leave. I've been on the subways a few times when that happened.
Sorry, I was just trying to be funny.
I didn't
Sorry
do
about
it,
the fart stuff.
I didn't do it, but I want to go to one of my story questions, and then we're gonna hit mysterious questions. All right, so this question, I was listening to a podcast with some neurobiologists, scientists. They study the brain, and they came across an individual from the UK that can only remember 30 minutes of his life. Every 30 minutes, his life starts over. And he always write it down after he come to his memory that I have consciousness for the first time. And I thought it was one of the saddest stories that I've heard. So the question is, if you could only remember 30 minutes of your life, as the person you are right now, what would be the saddest memory that you would be sad that you can't remember anymore?
Holding my son for the first time.
I like it. Zay?
I guess hearing the news about my dad passing.
Oh. You want to forget it, or you want that memory? You want that memory?
I want to forget it.
What would be one of the memories that you would want to always, that you would be sad that you can't remember anymore?
Can we come back to me, please?
Gotcha. Miss Swag?
The phone call that I got the morning that my mother passed away, I want to completely forget that. Completely. Remember? So you said one that you want to remember?
Yeah, that the saddest memory that you will have to lose, that you wouldn't be able to remember no more. What would
So
be that
basically,
saddest?
he's asking like, what is an amazing memory that you have that you would be sad if you forgot it? Like a 30-minute memory.
Thank you.
Child.
Yeah, Storm, but what would be the memory that you would want to always remember, but only having a 30-minute memory that you won't have anymore? What is that one memory that you will always want?
Come back to me.
Okay. Diddy, what you got?
Marrying my wife.
You want to forget it? Okay.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, Diddy.
Marrying my wife. I've only been married once, and it definitely changed my life. And if I only get 30 minutes to remember, like the last 30 minutes of my life, that would be one part that I would feel like I would lose out on so much of. So, yeah.
Storm said, telling me that I'll always be her baby girl. That conversation we had was intimate and bonding. That's what Storm said. She would miss that memory with her mother, and her mother telling her that. That's definitely a memory you don't want to forget, man. But this guy, he can't remember. He only has 30 minutes of memory, which is tough, you know. And I forgot the age he is, but I think he's in his mid-30s. They call me Taj, said his name. Miss O Diddy. But Diddy, is there a memory that you wouldn't mind forgetting?
That I want to forget. Any loss of somebody that I love, family member, my dog, my aunts, friends,
Because
just those memories alone.
You don't remember you
I would probably just want to
that's
exclude them from my mind, my memory at all. Just the fact that you can't feel hurt if you can't remember the hurt you went through. So
that's true. Miss O Diddy?
30-minute memory that I would keep would definitely be our wedding day, me and my husband's wedding day.
Okay. Do you have one that you wouldn't mind forgetting?
Might be too personal to share, but seeing my mother receiving chest compressions the night she fell ill.
Yeah, that's tough. A memory that I wouldn't mind forgetting is childbirth. I witnessed my daughter being born, and that is something I wish I can erase from my mind. That was just
God.
that was disgusting. by all means. I don't want to go into details how I felt
Did
afterwards.
she have a
but
C-section or it was
no,
natural?
it was natural, and that thing was just
Okay.
naturally nasty.
Naturally nasty.
That was just and then the afterbirth. Oh,
Look, bro, some of us don't have kids now.
Jesus
Don't do that.
Christ! You was
Don't
like,
do that.
what is that?
Don't do that.
That's what she was in the whole time when she was in there. Hell no!
I'm glad we just got finished eating over here.
Y'all women are nasty, man.
What?
Jesus
Wow.
Christ!
Well, you go have one. How about that?
Okay.
I'll have a C-section if that's the case. Yeah, listen, man. I would definitely take that memory away. Like it's embedded in my now that I'm even talking about it, I'm still seeing it in my corneas. It's still there. Like, oh Jesus Christ! And just to see the little bubble split in half and then the head pop out. Oh hell no! See, y'all can't see down there. Y'all giving birth. Y'all can't see down there. Yeah, okay. Y'all see down there. Y'all have your own thing going on. We missing Zay and we missing Miss Swag.
Hey, Cubes, I feel you on that, bro.
The first, yeah, my dog. Oh man, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Cubes. For certain things. How do you get to talk in this thing? Oh, if you want to be in on the show, you just let me know, and I'll introduce you to everybody, and you can be in on the show. We do it Thursday nights. Zay, Miss Swag?
I'm gonna have to pass. I really don't know a good memory.
Miss Swag? You went already, right?
I thought I already went.
Yeah, you did. Have some mysterious questions. Mysterious, the floor is yours.
Okay. Let me go to it.
Loud and clear, say it with your,
With my chest out. Okay. A German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, described his formula for human greatness as amor fati, a love of one's fate. In other words, a resolute, enthusiastic acceptance of everything that has happened in one's life. He believed it was the only way to turn bad things in life into good things. He believed you become better because those crises happen to you. He urged people to use it all as fuel for personal improvement. It is the practice of loving what is happening in your life, moment by moment and event by event. What is one tragedy of your past that you can now say amor fati to?
Okay, before anybody answer this, can I ask, Mysterious, can I hire you to read me bedtime stories? That was just...
You can.
That was just amazing. Very soft, soothing. Oh my God.
That was dope, man. She said a Maury
so
fart. She said a Maury fart and she made it sound smooth. Dope.
I know the question's kind of heavy, and it's been a little heavy tonight. So, I mean, it's not a question that we have to answer this go round if we don't want to.
That's a group decision. Y'all vote on it. Doesn't matter to me.
I can answer it if people need time for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Nothing is. I'm just a little mysterious.
Yeah.
I will get it. I will get to it. But
absolutely understandable.
This is a question that we could definitely bring back. But did he say he would like to answer it?
If I had to say my Maury Farte moment, I know I butchered that. I probably would have two of them. One, me being baptized a couple of years ago. That was a moment that I think transformed me for the better. And I look back on, and every time I feel myself slipping back or wanting to revert back to who I used to be, I think back of that day I got baptized a couple of years ago, And another one was back in 2010 when I was in an induced coma for 2 months fighting for my life. The things that I had went through to get me to where I was, and then what I had to do to recover from that situation. That's something I'll always go back to. And I'm thankful for those struggles because I feel like if I never would have been through any of those, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, or I wouldn't even be here today.
Do you guys in
So-
chat, ladies and gentlemen, have any
That's
Amori
beautiful.
Fate
Thank you.
that you
That's real talk.
wanna add in? Yeah, I like that, Diddy. Anybody else would like to chime in on the Amori Fate?
Save it for another time.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I can answer that. With me is my mom passing. When she passed, I made some promises to her that I uphold it for the past couple of years. I just got one more thing that I got to do to make that all the promises that I made complete. And her passing just transformed my personal being for the better. That's my Amori Fate.
It's amazing.
So we're gonna
Yeah, that's real right there.
we're gonna blame Mysterious for this
Yeah, I'm
crying
sorry.
this crying induced question.
It's a great question, though.
It
It's
is.
definitely a great question. I love it. My
Um
whole life is a Mori Fate, and that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
all right, so we're gonna get into some other questions. Is love an emotion or a sense? Your whole life is a Mori Fate. I respect it. I like it. Is love an emotion or a sense? Let's weigh in on that. Miss Swag, what you got?
No.
And once again, when I mean sense, I mean like a hypothetically sixth sense. You know, we don't have six senses, but you know, hypothetically a sixth sense. That's what I mean when I say the word, is it a sense? Can you sense that? Floor is yours.
I'm gonna say both because I mean, with the whole sense thing, that's like feeling.
So you can sense somebody that you can sense that somebody loves you?
I mean, it's a part of sense is a part of feeling. You know that something could be this. So if I sense, I think, you say, well, I think this person loves me. You don't. That doesn't just fall out the sky. There has to be reason. You're feeling that. They're showing you in some way. Making you feel like you're loved. And emotion, of course, love makes people feel good. I mean, you can't show love looking evil, like frowning and crying, and it's like, is this love? What's going on?
You can cry because you're in love. Just tears of
Mhm.
joy.
No, but tears of joy, that looks different than tears of
Hold on.
Tears, period.
sadness.
They
Period. Ugly. Just
they called me.
crying.
Todd said, if it's a sense, could you lose it? That's a great question. Being that it's a sense, because we can lose our senses.
Look at that, math.
Huh?
You can fall out of love with somebody too. Same
Amen.
thing.
So to answer your question, in my opinion, Todd, yeah, I think you can lose that sense of love. If that's what you mean. Zay, how you feel about this question? Is it a sense or is it an emotion? Or like Miss Swag said, both.
Love is definitely an emotion. Is
Speaking
it a
from
sense?
experience?
Yeah. Is it a sense? I mean, kind of, I guess. Kind of back to what Swag said about the whole, it's a feeling. Like, I guess, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's actually kind of a hard question.
let's get to the love magnet herself, Miss Mysterious.
Love magnet. For me, I don't think it's either one.
And
I
I say
think love.
because I think me and you going to be on the same page with it. So I'm curious to hear
Yeah,
why you said that.
I say that because love is an intentional action. Um, I guess
A
in a way
verb?
you can, huh?
It's a verb?
Yeah, I believe like you can sense it through like a person's actions, like how a person treats you, maybe in that regard. But I believe that it's a choice. I think you can feel loved and not be loved. I think you can sense that love is there and it's really not. I think people can manipulate your emotions to make you feel like it's love. So I don't think it's either of those.
I like that.
Girl, go ahead and preach that thing.
Storm said, but then we gotta understand what love is. I like it. Honesty, affirmation, respect, all falls under what love is. So it is more of a sense that turns into an emotion. Very well said. Love is dopamine and I don't know how to pronounce it right.
Oxycontin is what you take when you're in pain.
Yes, that's what scientists rule it as. Dopamine's flooding the systems and brains and circuitry and stuff like that. But that's the scientific explanation for it. I get it. Miss O'Diddy, did he?
I'd have to side with Mysterious.
So we got two out of the box thinkers right now. I might have to be that third one because I would like to chime in on this question as well. But Diddy, you go ahead. Oh,
No,
do you have more? Do you have more to say on that, Miss O'Diddy? Or you just
No, Mysterious said a mouthful.
Pause. No,
Did he?
I agree with what Mysterious said. Also, the way she ran that down, I definitely agree. I couldn't have said it no better.
Okay, so I'm on the lines with you guys as well, and I'm gonna take a quote from a movie that I saw that explained it kind of fairly. Love is a word, and the difference between the word is the connection it has. So I believe that love is just the connection people have with either another person, an item, a figure, whatever the case may be. As far as an emotion or a sense, I'm not too keen on that. I'm just keen on the connection that the word brings when you say it. Because when you say it, you have to have that connection with something to impart that to impart that love on somebody else, on something else. And I can use animals, for example. Dogs. I love dogs. Dogs can't say I love you. But the connection that you have with that animal, or the connection that animal has with you, shows the affection. Yeah, you can say it's an emotion that animal is showing you emotion, but that animal knows that we are connected, and that's the way he shows his love towards, I guess, their owner. That was the best way I can summarize what I meant by that. Anybody else? We got everybody, right? All right.
No.
Next. Huh?
I don't think Miss Swag answered.
Oh, Miss White did say
I'm
come
not
back
trying
to me,
to call
right?
you out or anything, but I didn't remember hearing your response.
Yes, I did answer.
Okay, I thought you.
Oh, my bad.
I thought you said come back to me.
I gave a whole explanation. Y'all just like, forget her.
Uh-oh.
My bad.
In trouble. All right, so next question. can you love the next person the same? Meaning, you fall in love with one person. Obviously, you know what that love feels like. When you go on to the next person, your next situation, can you impart that same love to the next person? Is that possible? Zay, let's pick on you.
I don't agree with that question. I don't think you can love another person the same because that person might have different. I don't know. That person's a lot different than the person you had in your past. Like the way a person is not going to be the same as the person you were with before. So you can love some things about a person, but you can't love.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm definitely with you on that, Zay. You got two people on your side. Let's see what everybody else got to say about this. Let's pick on Miss Swag. No, each person is different characteristics. Exactly. That's exactly what Zay said. Storm agreed with you too. So you got three people on your side, Zay. Let's see what the almighty Swag got to say about this.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, okay. You want to elaborate, or is just nah?
I mean, it's just no. It's just no. It's kind of two-sided because the question is, can you? Not can. It's based on you, not the other person. So it all depends on the person.
Can you love this? We talking about you? Can you do it?
I believe so because I'm not interested in changing who I am. Now, if you tell me I don't like the way you did this, that, and the other, but did you like the way I loved you is the question. But people don't ask that. Did you like the way I loved? No, I didn't like when you did X, Y, and Z. But did you like the way I loved you? If they can say yes, then why would you want to change, who you are, how you love? It's yes, you can learn to love more or show it in a different type of way, but in a way, I believe yes.
Okay.
But people change, love changes them, situations happen, and you ultimately pull back. You take away from your love.
Yes, I agree.
Or you overextend your love.
That's deep right there. I like that too. I really like that.
Cube said, "I don't think so because you'll always be thinking about the first person." Which is true. That means you fully didn't get over that person. So, listen, this 4-letter word is a very tricky subject, man. And just being a 4-letter word to have so many obstacles that you have to go over is tough to talk about this one word.
Mav, hold on a second. My wife just said something while Mike was muted that I think that need to be repeated. Okay. She kind of disagree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna let her say what she just said again.
Love is not tricky. It's how you handle and how you deal with love in itself that gets tricky. Love is just what it is. It's admiration. But how a person interprets love to someone else or to something is what's tricky.
Did you write that down or you read that from Google or something? Because it sounded like you reading that from somewhere.
Nah, we don't have none of that stuff up over here.
I'm jealous.
It need to be repeated when she was saying
I'm jealous because I didn't come up with that. I'm stealing that. I'm quoting this right now and I'm gonna write that all down.
Have at it.
Because I want that. Miss Mysterious? Don't think I forgot you. You try to be all quiet over there.
I would say, no, you can't love the next person the same way. For me personally, I don't want to love the same way as I did 5 years ago today. I think your understanding of love, what it requires from you, I mean, that changes as you mature, as you get older. You learn more about love. You learn how to truly love, how to love better. So I don't want to love the same way as I did in the past.
Get out of my head, Miss
Hello.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
Go ahead, Diddy.
Excuse me. I agree with 110%. I just feel like you should never want to love two different people the same way. When you love somebody and it don't work out, I feel that's a growing point in your life where you want to fix what you may have done wrong, or you want to strengthen something, a weak point that you may have had when it came to loving somebody else. So you never want to say, okay, it just ended with Linda, so when Tanya come over here, I'm gonna do it the exact same way. No, you never want to have the intentions of loving somebody the same exact way. You want to come at it a little bit better than the first time.
All right. So I'm gonna ask the question because I don't know if Jay answered this. Can you love the next person the same? I understand you answered that question, but I'm referring to you as an individual. Amori Fate.
No, I cannot love the next person the same way.
Okay.
Because, like I said, back to the co-characteristics thing, like, it's not going to be the same if you love the next person the same way you love the last person. It's not gonna feel right. Like, it's not, I don't know, it's just not going to be the same.
What about you, Miss O'Diddy? Can you personally love the next person the same way?
No, I cannot. What I did with one person has to be something different than the next. Two people are not the same. Plus, if you do something that you did before, you'll never get a different result.
True.
I think everybody has different demands when it comes to relationships. Everybody's looking for something different. And just because you offer 95% of something good, 5% of what you're missing, you can work on it and be that 100% of what they're looking for. Or you can say, you know what, this 95 is the best I'm willing to give, and you can move on. So it depends on the demands of the person you're trying to love on.
Mm-hmm. So I already have your answer, Diddy. That means no.
Okay.
But I ask you anyway, can you personally love the next person the same?
No.
Because it wouldn't be another person.
What?
It wouldn't be another person. Like if Lord forbid something was to happen to me, you had already said you wouldn't remarry.
No. I believe in being married one time, but nah. I couldn't. I wouldn't. Could I? Now you're coming back this way. I'm confused as hell now. I done came up with all this other information and I done got lost.
It's okay.
But,
fell into that trap, did he?
Yeah, I did. Can you love the next person the same? No, I couldn't. Everybody holds a different place in my memory or in my past. So it's just, no, I couldn't. No. I'm gonna leave it at that before I stumble over something.
All right, I want to share something with you guys because Miss O'Diddy made me remember my little book. I don't know if you guys can see this. My little book that I used to write all my stuff down. It's a little torn up. I actually had abbreviated the word love, and I want to share with you guys how I broke the words down, the letters down individually. If y'all don't mind, indulge me for a minute.
I don't mind.
Love, L, life bringing with the power to go beyond hate. O, overpowering to surpass all world destructions. V, vibrant with vitality that will help us grow. E, everlasting and eternal. This is what love means to me. This is the feeling is in all of us, just to have to embrace and share it. This love will be here long after we are gone. Use this time to give more love. I wrote that like mad years ago in my little notebook.
Beautiful.
That was nice, bro. That was real nice. I like that.
I'm glad I inspired you to pull that notebook out.
Yeah, that's an old torn up notebook. So, we're gonna move on. I think this is our last question of the night. Is it? Yeah. All right, yeah, this is our last question of the night. Is it better? Thank you, Storm. Is it better to have loved and have heartbreak than to not love at all? I'll let that sink in for a bit. I think it was William Shakespeare who said something on the lines of that. It's better to have loved than lost than not love at all, something like that.
I think that was Luther Vandross, 1984.
Okay, I was mistaken. I'm sorry. No, it's not better to have love than heartbreak. That's what Cube said. Zay, I'm picking on you.
To not love at all, like just have love for anything, or like love for a person.
We're gonna go with for a person. Is it better to have loved and have heartbreak, or than not to have love at all?
Man, I'm gonna go.
Cube said, not to cut you off. Cube said, I think it's better to be alone in your whole life.
The devil is alive.
A lot of people not gonna like that, Cubes, but I'm gonna be on your side, bro. Diddy said.
No, Lord, don't do it.
Zay, we still on you. Don't try to hide.
I wasn't. I was waiting. I mean, that's a hard question, but I guess maybe.
Go answer the question on personal feelings.
Okay.
With this matter.
I'm gonna say not to have love at all.
Tough girl. I like it. Is it even possible not to love? It's possible. As you said, call me Taj, you said it's dopamine and some other stuff. So if people don't have those things fluttering in their system, it's a possibility that you won't know what it is. There are people in this world that don't know emotions. That are non-sympathetic. So why would you want your heart broken? It's not about if you want it broken. It's what happens. It comes with the territory. I can only speak for myself, but I prefer to have loved. It made me understand myself better in relationships, and that's what a lot of people are probably going to say. As far as personal feelings on having not loved or loved at all, Storm. Let's move on to the swag.
Love and heartbreak. I mean, so not love at all. Does that even sound fun? I mean,
to me it does.
It's like Freddy Krueger or something.
Krueger.
I mean, even Freddy Krueger had his love. He loved little kids. That's why the parents burnt his ass in the basement. So, not to get on into that. Jason loved. He loved his mother. The love guru. Let's go to her. Mysterious. What you think?
Love guru.
Yeah, I'm going to keep picking on you.
I'd say it's better to have love and heartbreak. That's the thing about love. Love is not self-seeking. Love is something you give out without expectation of receiving it in return. Of course, we all want it, but the beauty in love is that you give it. And I think most of our good memories are associated with love. So imagine living a life and never having any of those memories or never having experienced it.
Well, I'm mad that wasn't part of your 30-minute memory. Listen, I'm torn with this question. That's the reason why I opposed it. So I'm gonna leave it alone, and we're gonna head to the couples.
I think it is better to have love and a heartbreak versus not having love at all. To piggyback off of what Mysterious said, love brings about, when you're in love or you've been loved, you think about some of your good memories. Surviving a heartbreak and thinking back on a heartbreak, it's what makes you a better person, and it makes you stronger, and it makes you more resilient to handle your next relationship in order to feel love again from someone different.
Mm-hmm. Before you go, Diddy, just to chat, if anybody, and this, what was said brings me to this conclusion of what heartbreak does, surviving. What Miss O'Diddy said, surviving heartbreak. Not everybody can survive heartbreak. There have been people that's killed themselves over it, suicide, stuff like that. So I just want to just put out there, if you guys have any trouble talking or dealing with things, we have Discord. It pops up in the chat. Join Discord. It just popped up again. You know, anybody and everybody is in there. Even the people that's in Discord right now talking and answering the questions. Y'all can always reach out. You know, suicide is, I guess, is at an all-time high now because it's been like very out there. So surviving heartbreak, and it's coming from a person that actually experienced it and dealt with it in a very bad way. So I could definitely understand the meaning of surviving heartbreak. But go ahead, Denny.
Me personally, I think I'd rather love and deal with the heartbreak than not to love at all, because I'm gonna ask a question to go with your question, and this is just life in general. And this is definitely for chat because I'm reading like mixed reviews with this.
Yeah,
wouldn't you rather have a warning in life, something the trigger to let you know ahead of time what you need to watch out for? That's what love too. That's a part of heartbreak. Warning signs that you can pick up on in life to let you know what, this ain't healthy for me. You know what, it's time for me to move on. Let me rethink my steps. So you telling me you'd rather not go through the heartbreak and not experience love? Just like anything in life, you'd rather avoid hazardous situations and say, you know what, if it comes, it just be the end of me because I didn't know what to look for. Think about it. I'm just asking a question and go with a question. But to answer that question, give me love and heartbreak. I can deal with it. I just deal with it and move on. It definitely makes me a better man.
I can get behind it. Mysterious got a fan in the chat with the Amari Fonte. So
I saw that. I was gonna type in chat.
He can't get that out of his head. As far as me, this is another thin line of a question that that's the reason why I came up with it, is because when I think about the situations that I went through and where I am now, it would have been better for me, and I'm talking me, to not love at all. It would have been beneficial for me to not even know what that is. And I'm just talking from my personal experience. Now, having had love, knowing how it felt, was some of the greatest feelings and memories that I've ever had. But I'm gonna have to lean on the side where I'd rather not have experienced that. And like I said, I know I'm gonna get attacked for it. That's just me. And how my life progressed after the fact, I'd rather not have had it.
The reply to what you just said, even though you said you rather not had experienced it, who say that you would have ever avoided that situation later in your life? And it could have been 10 times worse.
Right. You know? What I mean, I'd rather have not even know what love is. I'd rather not have that. I'd rather not know what love is. I'd rather continue my life the way I was going without even knowing that feeling.
But would you have grown as a person?
I would have been the same person that I was at that age. Whether I'm growing as a person, I would have been, I would have stayed focused in school. I would have just tried to progress my career and my life without even knowing what that is. And I know it sounds cold, like Stone Cold Stunner type of stuff, but that's just generally how I feel about that situation. Sorry. I know I'm gonna get attacked, but
No, nobody's attacking you.
so that was the last question that we have, and that's why I wanted to save these questions for last, Miss Swag, because I didn't want to like put these questions under the rug and start asking the other questions. I wanted these questions to be last and see how everybody react and stuff like that. I love asking these love and relationship questions. They have more in detail and like it takes a lot more time talking about these type of situations. So that's the last question for debate night. If you guys have any other questions that you would like for us to ask in chat or discuss, by all means, join our Discord or put it in chat. Join us. We try to do it every Thursday night at 8. Put Miss O'Diddy, if you can put everybody links in the chat so everybody can hit these follow buttons, follow these people. Obviously y'all know me. The links are going to be in the chat in a few minutes. Y'all can follow those people. Those are the same people that's in Discord chatting with us, debating, having these nights with us. So if y'all can give everybody a follow, that'd be nice. But we are going to come to an end. I'll give you guys time to follow. But like I said, if y'all have any questions for us to talk about, to debate, we you know, it's all love here. It's all love here in debates. Yes. Diddy and Miss O'Diddy have another channel, Faith, Love, and Determination, where they talk about relationships and how they survived the years that they've been together. It's a very good. They enlighten everybody. Should tune in. They do it Friday nights at 8, right? Or 9? 8, right?
8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. They do it Friday nights at 8. If y'all want to sit there and chime in on their relationship talks, by all means, follow that. Follow that. But we are now going to end. Anybody got anybody to host? Anything like that?
It's actual music. What is it?
If not, I'll see if anybody not.
And if anybody that was here tonight in the chat, because tonight we was definitely short a few participants.
Yeah.
Let us know ahead of time through our Discords or just leaving messages for anybody that has the link up here, to just in case we need a fill-in spot and you would love to get in the Discord and give your opinion on anything going on. Please let us know. Don't be worried. You don't have to use no camera. You don't have to be shy. If you can spam it up in the chat, you can spam it with your mouth. Oh.
Absolutely right. So that's going to be it for us. We're going to send you out with some flavor in your ear music. And that's it.
Style, you're bound to get shot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Pack the gat a lot. The flame's about to drop. Here comes the brand new flavor, yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
I'm just kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. Word up, no rap, no crap, you bore me. One to grab my dick, too lazy. Hold it for me. I'm straight rap great. Bust the head strict and dreads, I'm everlasting. Like it's so on pro cash, a tech 9. When I rhyme, plus I climb, word is mine. Your album couldn't fuck with one line. It's been 3 years since your last tear, but now I reappear, your heart pumps fear. To your gut, did your girl's butt. I scraped it, shaped it, now she won't strut. I smash teeth, fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith. You won't be around next year, my rap's too severe, can get bad flavor in your head. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear.
2194, mad motherfucking hardcore.
It's my time to burn, to explore. The flavor in your ear is the Boy Scout. I make outs, I make all the rappers have doubts. You're fucking with the wrong clan and the wrong man, that's it. Now you got to get your dome split. I'm going into my knapsack with my gat. Take off my hat, yes, I'm just cool like that. The dangerous, the ruggedness from the Flatbush abyss. BLS 97 Kiss bastard is. I'm gonna live long in this rap game. Niggas know my name, Yo Puffy.
Burn the flame, you're jingling, baby. You're jingling, baby. Here's shit. Blotitious, skeevy, delicious. Give me couscous, love me good. Damn, Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? I guess like the jeans. Flavor like praline, sick daddy, I mean. Papa love it when he does it. Niggas buzz it. But tell me, was it really just the flavor that be clogging your ears? The most healthy behavior is to stay in the clear. It's all for you, it's really all for you. Punch back, close your eyes, try to munch that. Oil up your ankles, let your Timbs tap. Bite the flavor, it reacts to your gold caps. Word to mama, a tongue kiss a piranha, electrocuted barracuda. I'm here to bring the drama.
Yo, flavors in your ass grease. Bust the vibes about to bring the noise on cease. Let me loose from the belly of the beast. Everybody, hey, you better believe it's Busta Rhymes the way we bout to rip the tri-state, yo. Hey, I split your face and give you stitches. Throw niggas in ditches, slap the ass on fat bitches. Wait 1 second, as I get down, I'm rolling with the heavyweight connect through the stomping ground now. Don't you get suspicious, grant your wishes every time. Bring it vicious when I bust the rap. I know one thing the whole world is expecting is how we all connected.